जैसे कि आप लोग देख सकते हैं कल इंग्लिश का सेट है, तो हम उस हिसाब से कुछ क्वेश्चन लेके आए हैं। जो है मैडम राइट द बस से पहला क्वेश्चन, हु वॉज वली, वट वॉज हर फेवरेट पास टाइम? वली वॉज एन 8 years old girl. She was a curious girl. She wanted to know many things. She did not have playmates of her own age. Her favorite pastime was standing in the front doorway of her house to see what was happening outside. The most fascinating thing of all was the bus that passed through the street each hour. The bus traveled between her village and the nearest town. The sight of the bus was source of unending joy for Wali. It was a great joy for her to watch new sets of passengers every time the bus passed through the street. As she watched the bus day after day, she developed a wish to have a ride on that bus. Her wish became stronger and stronger until it was an overwhelming desire.
Yes. Next one is
नेक्स्ट चैप्टर हमारा द नेकलेस से है, जिसमें हमारा आएगा मिसेस लॉयजल का, मैटिल्डा लॉयजल का करेक्टर स्केच. Write a brief character sketch of Matilda Loisel. Mrs. Matilda Loisel is the central character in this story. She was born in a poor family. She was very pretty and attractive. She was married to a clerk. She led to simple life. She always dreamed of a rich and luxurious life. She wanted to enjoy life fully. She wanted to attend parties. Matilda is a tragic character. She borrowed a necklace from a friend to wear at a party. Everybody praised her beauty, but she lost the necklace. The loss of necklace changed her life. Her husband borrowed a lot of money to replace it. She and her husband worked hard for 10 years to repay the debt. In the end, she came to know that the necklace was made of artificial diamonds. Matilda was a woman to self-respect. She did not tell Mrs. Forestier that she had lost the necklace. She decided to suffer in life but not to lose her self-respect. She worked hard for 10 years. She faced difficulties, but she did not grumble. She suffered for no fault of hers. We feel sympathy for her.
next chapter.
भोली है, जो कि जिससे आएगा राइट अ करेक्टर स्केच ऑफ भोली. हाँ, ये है. What change do we find in the behavior of Bholi in the end of the story? Explain. Bholi was Ramlal's youngest daughter. When she was 10 months old, she fell down from the coat and a part of her brain was damaged. So she remained a backward child. Her face was permanently disfigured by pockmark. When she was 2 years old, she began to speak at the age of 5 years, but she stammered. She was a neglected child. None cared for her. They called her a witless fool. Other children mimicked and laughed at her. But when she was sent to school, her life totally changed. Her teacher was kind and sympathetic. She encouraged and inspired her to rise higher in life. The teacher gave her confidence. She made her speak without a stammer. She was learned. She refused to marry a mean and greedy man. She decided to serve her old parents and her village by teaching other girls.
Next one is the glimpse of India. Next one is the glimpse of India, and in this chapter there's a lots of important question that like this and this and this. If you want to learn, you can learn all these, but if you want to only to learn only one question, then you can learn this question. Now you can repeat this question.
What does the writer say about the natural beauty of Coorg? Coorg is situated in Karnataka, midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore. It looked like a piece of heaven that must have drifted from the kingdom of God. This is a land of rolling hills. It is a home of evergreen rainforest, spice and coffee plantation. Evergreen forest cover 30% of Coorg district. The river Kaveri flows through Coorg. Big elephants are also found here. Birds, bees and butterflies are there to give the visitor company. The climb to the Brahmagiri hills brings into a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape of Coorg. It is said that the people searching for the heart and soul of India visit Coorg.
नेक्स्ट चैप्टर लाइक अ फॉग एंड ट्री. इस 3 चैप्टर का कोई भी समरी आप लर्न कर सकते हो. लाइक अगर समरी और मेन आइडिया अगर आता है तो आप आई थिंक आप समरी याद करो. इन समरी में सब होता है, बट आगे का लिखने का जो तरीका है उसको चेंज कर देना, एंड दैट इज योर आंसर फॉर बोथ क्वेश्चन, थीम, सेंट्रल आइडिया या फिर समरी. नाउ यू कैन रिपीट इट.
Write the brief summary of poem The Trees in your own words. The poem The Trees, written by Adrienne Rich, is a poem about decorative plants. These plants are grown in house in small pots and pans. They are not useful for birds and insects. Bird can't sit on the branches. Insect can't hide themselves in them. They don't give any shade. Their wings are stiff. Their boughs are like a newly discharged patient. They are devoid of life. Their leaves rush toward the glass window for light because they feel suffocated in their small pots and pans. The poetess is sitting inside her room. She is writing long letter. It is night time. She feels the smell of leaves and lichen reaching inside her room. The poetess longs that these trees should strive to get light and air.
नेक्स्ट वन इज द क्या कहते हैं फॉग का आप समरी लर्न कर लो या तो मेन आइडिया याद कर लो, दोनों में से कोई एक कर लो, आप आंसर दोनों में लिख सकते हो. सो शी इज गोइंग टू रिपीट द summary.
Write a brief summary of Carl Sandburg poem Fog in your own word. In the poem Fog, the poet Carl Sandburg has portrayed the nature and its silent working to prove his point. The poet gives a comparison of the fog and a cat. The poet says that the fog comes silently and slowly like a cat. When it comes, it does not disturb us. It sits silently as a cat does. It goes on falling and looking silently over harbor and city. Then it moves on at once give a gust of wind.
Yes, these are the most important question. और जो हमें इम्पॉर्टेंट लगता है हमने आपको बताया. बाय द वे टीचर्स पेपर बनाने वाले हैं तो मेरे अकॉर्डिंग टीचर्स आपको यही क्वेश्चन देंगे एंड इसी क्वेश्चन से मतलब इन्हीं क्वेश्चन में से आपका पेपर बनेगा. तो होप कि आप इनको प्रिपेयर करके जाओ. अगर आप इनको प्रिपेयर करते हो तो इनके अलावा भी क्वेश्चन का आंसर दे सकते हो. सो नाउ यू हैव टू लर्न दिस ऑल क्वेश्चन.